Are you having a normal, unremarkable, ordinary day? If so, it might be more special than you think. Stay tuned. Hello, friends. Pastor Tim Westermeyer here, Senior Pastor of St. Philip the Deacon in the western suburbs of Minneapolis. Good to be with you, as always. In this space, over the last, 260 episodes or something, we've covered a lot of ground on a lot of things. And among the themes that have come up, it strikes me, are atypical or unusual events that I've had an opportunity to share with you something that's happened or anticipate something that's going to happen. Maybe it's a new exciting book I got or a trip I took or talking about a speaker that's coming in. Again, things that are out of the ordinary in some way. As I sit here this morning, and today is, what is today? November 9th. I don't know how it got to be almost the middle of November again already. That's another subject. But on this day that I'm taping this, I'm sort of struck by the fact that it's kind of a typical, normal, ordinary day. You know, my calendar is filled with the kind of things that I guess would typically fill a pastor's calendar. I'm taping this. I'm going to meet with a couple to visit with them and have coffee. I'm going to check in on someone who I visited at the hospital yesterday. I've got a meeting with some staff here at the church about some planning things. I've got some paperwork I've got to catch up on. And then this evening, there's another meeting I'm going to for the foundation here at the church. All of them enjoyable and lovely, but not hugely out of the ordinary, nothing particularly remarkable about them. And it got me thinking about, I guess, a couple of prayers that Anne Lamott, I don't know if you know the author Anne Lamott, but I don't know if she came up with this or if she stole it from someone else, but she says that the most honest prayers are, help me, help me, help me, or thank you, thank you, thank you, which are prayers sort of by definition that have to do with something unusual, strange, remarkable, frightening that's happening in your life, right? So if we're scared about something, if we're sick, if there's an imminent danger, we say, help me, God. And that's heartfelt, right? Or if something a danger has come and passed and we've survived it, then maybe we prayed for it beforehand, then we maybe say, thank you, thank you, thank you, God, right? But what about the ordinary days, the unremarkable days, the sort of normal days? What do we do with them? And it strikes me that, and I'm gonna read a little bit from an author I've never lifted up before, but it strikes me that we probably should pause on a typical, ordinary, normal, unremarkable day to also say to God, thank you for this day. Thank you that nothing unusual is happening. Thank you that I'm not unhealthy. Thank you that my family isn't in any kind of danger. We probably have a tendency on normal days to take a whole lot of things, including God, for granted. And so today I simply want to maybe raise God to our consciousness if it's an ordinary, typical, normal day for you, and to remind us that even on these kinds of days, saying thank you is entirely appropriate. So the few sentences I'm going to read today come from an author. Again, I don't really know her work. Her name is Mary Jean Irion. Interestingly, there are some providential connections between her life. She died in 2019, I believe, but she lived for a time in St. Louis, Missouri, which is where my mom is from. She lived for most of her life, I think, in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, where my dad went to seminary. And her last name, Irion, is the same name as the building, the academic hall that my dad spent most of his professional career in at Elmhurst College. Anyway, all of that is sort of more by the by, but it struck me as interesting. Anyway, so again, Mary Jean Irion. This comes from a essay, I believe, called Let Me Hold You While I May, in a book called Yes World, A Mosaic of Meditation. It was published in 1970. And I'll close with this as a reminder that if you are having a normal, ordinary, unremarkable day, pause to say to God, thank you for that gift. Here's what she writes. Normal day. Let me be aware of the treasure you are. Let me learn from you, love you, savor you, bless you before you depart. Let me not pass you by in quest of some rare and perfect tomorrow. Let me hold you while I may, for it will not always be so. One day I shall dig my nails into the earth, or bury my face in the pillow, or stretch myself taut, or raise my hands to the sky, and want more than all the world your return. So that's my thought for today. I hope this does find you well, and as always, until next time, be well, stay in touch, and God bless.